Hi guys. So, it's hard to believe it's October. I was convincing Reggie it was October today, and he's shaking his head. But it is, and it's time to be thinking about moving and digging your caladiums up. I have both sun caladiums and I have shade caladiums, and they all get dug the same. They're tubers. I call them bulbs a lot, and other people do too, which makes me feel better that other people refer to the bulbs as tubers and tubers as bulbs, but they're considered tubers. So you want to dig these before it frosts, mainly because you want to know what colors they are. Otherwise, the frost will turn the leaves a little yellow and mushy, and you may not know the color if that's important to you. But I want to get it done before it frosts, just because time's creeping in on me. So, and then we'll dig these, we'll shake the dirt off. I'll show you where I will hang these to dry out, because they're going to take about a couple weeks for the leaves to dry, and then you'll clean them off and you'll store them in a very dry spot. I'll put them inside in an open basket, probably in a little bit of newspaper once they're thoroughly dry. It could take up to 2 weeks. But here we go. We're going to just take this fork, and I recommend a fork so that you don't disturb too much of the tubers. And so I'm just going to take as much dirt off of these little plants as they'll be hanging upside down in the basement where I did the garlic. If you remember where I stored the garlic, thanks to, I can't remember, it was on a West Virginia gardening site, wasn't it, Reg? Do you remember who recommended?
No, I don't, but I'll tell you this. Do you know which ones these are?
They're going to be the red ones, and I've already made a little tag up under the deck that I will tape to these.
Good. Yeah.
So that I know that they're the red. And you can see the little tuber here. I'll get a little closer. It's a little one. There we go. Right there it is. It has nice roots. But once the leaves dry out, am I going too fast? There we go. Right there. Once the leaves dry out, you'll cut the leaves off. And I'll probably show you that too. So that's how easy this is. We're going to go on over here under the shade, because these are red ones too. And I have red sun and red shade. These are red and green leafed. These are like their second or third season I've dug these. I got these when we were in Raleigh. So we'll dig those up. That's just one nice little tuber. And I have another one right here. This isn't a hard job. I like this little end of season job. But these are definitely tropical plants, and they want out of the ground before it gets too cold. And we're already having 40-degree nights. And then in this pot, which I'm going to do this. And
what fell out of there?
What fell?
Oh, you use pop bottles.
I use pop bottles. Yeah, I did. So that I didn't have so much soil on the bottom of this pot. And where did the rocks? I don't know where. Did I put? I must have put rocks in there to keep it from tipping over.
Yeah.
You know, you don't remember what you do till you start taking things apart. So let's get this taken apart so I can get my tubers out of here. These begonias are done. And let's see how I can get this out of here without doing too much damage. There we go. I'm getting it. There we go. There's a hosta in here too. I forgot about it. And all of this, the begonias and the potting soil will all go in my compost.
Yeah, there you go.
Yay. So we'll get that and put that little in there. And, oops. Good. This hosta will go back in the ground right in here. I will put that back in there later. And this will go in the compost, which I may do that after we get these caladiums all out of the ground. And this is the last bunch that we'll dig up. These have been lovely. And I think these are a couple years old. They've done real well in this spot.
There are 2 or 3 in there.
Yeah.
A couple, 3, yeah.
Great. Take those upstairs. Hang those upside down. Extra soil off. Okay. Now, some people just use these as annuals, but you know, if you have the space to let them dry and store, I don't know why you wouldn't. Because if you follow me, you'll see how easy it is. All right.
All right.
So we're under the deck, and this is where I dried my garlic last year upside down. I mean, this spring. And that's what I'm using this for again. What will happen with my caladiums? These leaves will dry and everything will be knocked off and stored for winter. So if you have, this is a dry spot. This is under our covered porch above us, and there's a lot of ventilation. These will be very protected, and I should be able to get these all dried out. I think I did read this morning, the first frost is predicted around October 21st. So that gives us a couple weeks to get things that are getting very tender out of the ground and stored. So I would recommend anyone who is a new gardener to look at, this is zone 6. We're in West Virginia. So you want to be getting on and looking for when your first frost date is for those plants that you want to protect from the frost. Now, some of our plants need to be frosted in order to go dormant, but these tender tropical plants that don't survive that, if you want to save them, now's the time to do it. So all of these are going to fit in here nicely. Yay. And these are all the shade.
Yeah, it's nice to mention that this is a covered deck, and so this stays completely.
We do not get rain.
Completely
does
dry.
Not get
under
wet
here.
under here.
Yeah.
And then under here, oh, that's a begonia. I think what I'm going to do, since these are the sun caladiums, I'm going to, just for my own memory, put them in the second row back here. Fortunately, I have a second row. I have plenty of room down here to hang and dry things. I am thankful about that. And this is how easy this is going to be. I think that's it. I love it. Now I know they're out. And then I have all these. I'm not going to have to worry about it. This is the shade and this is the sun.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't need the notes anymore.
But I am going to put sun right there. My sun. Just in case I don't remember. And I'll know that's shade. So that's it. That is digging your caladiums, letting them dry, and then I will show you how I store them when the time comes. But for now, get out and do that, because in zone 6, you're going to have a frost in a couple weeks. Thanks for watching Garden of the West Fork. Bye.